Hey you guys, it's Amelia. Before we get started with today's video on the turn on the forehand, two important announcements. One is that this Sunday at 12 noon Pacific Standard Time, I'm going to be doing a live Zoom webinar on the effective dressage rider. So check out the links in the description to sign up for that free webinar this Sunday. And also check out, I have two of my online courses on sale this week, 15% off the Dressage Rider Position Masterclass and the Dressage Training Scale. So I hope to see some of you in the courses, and check out the link below. All right, let's get to the turn on the forehand. All right, hi everyone. I'm Amelia, and today we are talking about the turn on the forehand. The turn on the forehand is one of the most useful tools that you can have in your toolbox for a lot of reasons. The turn on the forehand works on submission for one, so getting your horse submissive to the aids, getting your horse to refocus on you. The turn on the forehand works on suppleness, so getting your horse supple and loose over the top line. The turn on the forehand works on straightness, so getting your horse where they can move evenly off both the left leg and the right leg. And it also helps to teach the horse about engaging in their core and lifting through their back and their top line. So it's just a really great exercise to have in your toolbox and to go back to. So this is Don Carlos, and I'm going to demonstrate to you how to do the turn on the forehand and how to teach the turn on the forehand. So to start with, what we want in a turn on the forehand is that you want that the hind end moves around the front end. And either the inside front foot can stay pivoting or it can move a little bit. For me personally, I like the inside front leg to move just a little bit. So the aids for a turn on the forehand, if I'm going to do a turn on the forehand off of my left leg, I want my horse slightly looking to the inside, but my main aids are inside leg and outside rein. So my inside rein a little bit asks my horse to flex to the inside. My outside rein controls the outside shoulder, and my inside leg pushes the inside hip out. So here I'm going to close my left leg. I'm half halting my right rein, and I want that left hind leg to step forward and across the right hind leg, like so. So that would be a turn on the forehand off of your left leg. Now, for a turn on the forehand off of your right leg, you're going to do the opposite. So you're going to be pressing with your right leg and half halting with your left rein, like so. So I want that right hind leg stepping forward and across the left hind leg. And I'm keeping him straight in my outside rein and giving little half halts. So my outside rein is controlling that the outside shoulder isn't falling out. So let me show you first off how to introduce the turn on the forehand. So before you try to do a turn on the forehand like that, I recommend that your horse first understands a little bit how to leg yield. So it's important to first be able to just say go up the quarter line and ride a nice leg yield off of your right leg. Once your horse understands how to do a leg yield, I introduce the turn on the forehand on a square. So I half halt my outside rein, I push with that inside leg, and I wanted to start with just quarter turn on the forehand. So there was one quarter turn on the forehand, and now I'm going to do another. I'm going to half halt my outside rein, close with my inside leg, and there's a quarter turn on the forehand. Now what this turn on the forehand is doing is it's really connecting my horse from inside leg to outside rein. So it's right leg, left rein. See how I can give on my right rein? So this is a great exercise if you have a horse that wants to lean on one rein, like if your horse just wants to hang on the right rein. This would be a great exercise, doing a turn on the forehand off of your right leg to get your horse into that left rein. And then once you have it good on one side, do your square on the other side. It's important to note if one direction is easier than the other. For this horse, it's a little easier for him to mobilize his left hind leg in the turn on the forehand this way, like so, but then he bulges a little more through the right shoulder. So again, my aids for the turn on the forehand are a little half halt, close my outside rein, press, press, press with my inside leg. And the timing of my inside leg is that I'm pressing when the left hind is leaving the ground. Now, 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 and forward. So how you might incorporate this into your ride is, let's say, for example, with Don Carlos, he is a horse that likes to lean to the right. So that means that when I'm tracking right, he tends to be heavier in my right rein, and he doesn't want to get off my right leg. So if I leave him to his natural tendencies, when I'm tracking right, he does this, he counter bends. He looks to the left and he falls to the right, and he's very happy going around like this. So if I can't get him off my right leg, what I might do is make a walk transition and then ride immediately into a turn on the forehand where I'm saying, hey, you know what, get off my right leg and go into my left hand there. And then go back to the trot there and see if I can maintain that feeling of him staying off of my right leg and into my left hand like I have here. So that's just an example of how you can use the turn on the forehand in your schooling. And again, the turn on the forehand is really such a great exercise because it helps get your horse supple and loose. It helps get them listening and focusing on you. And it's really just a great tool to have in your toolbox. And I'll link below also if you're just really struggling with the turn on the forehand. I have a video on how to do it from the ground, and I would recommend teaching your horse the turn on the forehand first from the ground. That's going to eliminate a lot of battles and problems that you have trying to teach it under saddle. So check out that video and start working on the turn on the forehand, especially from the ground. It will help you guys out with your training. All right, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like my videos and subscribe and sign up for my email list if you want free dressage training emails. Thanks, guys.